Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. I hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about traveling to Japan. I've gathered this information from my personal experience and information from other YouTubers that I believe would be a good reference for this video. As always, links to the services I talk about will be in the description along with links to the other videos. Now let's begin. The first thing that you'll want when you book your trip to Japan is a good accommodation. Preferably you want somewhere that is a short walk to any station. In Greater Tokyo, most homes are within a 10-minute walk to any station. You'll want to book early, at least 3 to 6 months out. If you're planning on staying there during cherry blossom season, you'll want to book as early as you can. The hidden gems will be gone fast. Now, I've had great luck with Airbnb, and that would be the first place I would recommend to checking out if you want that authentic Tokyo experience. If you can't find something you like on Airbnb or you just want a hotel, any other travel site will be able to get you something good. So think Booking.com, Expedia, and Travelocity. Those are all great sites to check out. Not sponsored, they're just great tools that I use myself. Now, once you find somewhere to stay, you'll need to fly in. Tokyo has 2 airports, Narita and Haneda. Now, Narita is farther out of the city while Haneda is built right in Tokyo Bay. I recommend you look at both airports. From the research I've done, Narita is usually cheaper to fly into, but you'll have to take the Narita Express, which is around $20, to get into central Tokyo, which takes a little over an hour. You'll have to weigh the difference in cost and convenience for yourself, though. When writing this, I explored some flights using Priceline. With the flights I tried, it was about $100 more to get into Haneda, but for me, it's worth it to get into the city and get to my accommodation faster. Now, before you arrive in Japan, you'll want to have your cell phone taken care of. The easiest way to ensure that you will have a phone that works is to rent a pocket Wi-Fi. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's a device about the size of a deck of cards that takes the cell signal and turns it into a usable Wi-Fi signal for you and whomever you give your password to. It's perfect for traveling in a group. If you prefer to do the SIM cards, you can get them at the airport. Now, you need to make your reservation for these devices before you enter the country, and at most rental companies, they won't let you make your reservation until 3 months before your arrival date. Now, it's not unlimited Wi-Fi. You'll get a few gigs for each day. Some plans offer more. I'd recommend you don't watch a lot of videos while you're out. You'll need your phone primarily for Google Maps and Google Translate. Google Maps works incredibly well with the trains in Japan. It doesn't give you a lot of time to bubble around like a tourist. The train systems are hard and confuse the local Japanese from time to time, so be diligent and keep your eyes open. Now, Google Translate also is far from perfect. It's better than nothing and will help. From my experience, when I needed to use it, what Google Translate generated wasn't fluent, but it was close enough that the locals were able to understand what I was trying to say. Keep your prompts short and to the point, and the program will be far more accurate. I'm also going to recommend that you reach out and see what visas you'll need to enter Japan. Now, I'm an American and I'm going to tell my fellow Americans, at this time of production, you do not need a passport to enter Japan. When I was there a few years ago, I simply went up to the customs agent. He took my passport and asked what I was doing in Japan. I told him in Japanese I was there for cherry blossom viewing, or ohami. He then printed my 90-day tourist visa and then stuck it into my passport. They're also very strict about the kinds of medications that they allow to come into the country. If you are taking any prescriptions at all, I would highly recommend that you reach out to your local embassy consulate and ask them if you're allowed to bring these medications into the country. The last thing that you want is to go to the customs agent and then be arrested for drug trafficking. If you're planning on leaving Tokyo, I highly recommend that you look into getting a JR pass. Prices at the time of production of this video are right here. There is a calculator on JR's website that will price out if it's worth it for you to get the JR Rail Pass or not. Just like the Pocket Wi-Fi, you have to wait until 3 months before your arrival date in order to reserve it. And there's also a difference between the normal JR Pass and the JR Green Pass. Think of them as the normal JR Pass as an economy seat and the JR Pass as a business class seat. The benefit of the Green Pass is you get a more comfortable seat in a 2x2 configuration, where the normal cars have a 2x3 configuration, and the seat is slightly smaller. Then with the Green Pass, you'll get reserved seating. With the normal pass, it's first come, first serve. Of the 16 cars on the train, there's always 1 and a maximum of 3 cars that are green cars. The train does offer Wi-Fi, so you're covered throughout your journey. You'll also have your local JR trains covered with this pass. Just simply show your pass to the local JR ticket attendant at the queue and you'll be waved right through. No need to pay. This doesn't work everywhere as there are multiple different companies that operate trains in Tokyo, so always have a Suica or Pasmo card as backup. You can get these at the airport or at any train station. Here are a few smaller things that are easy to overlook. You always have to take your shoes off in many places in Japan, so have a pair of shoes that are loafers and easy to take off. Whenever you're walking into a building and you see a rise in the floor, you're required to take your shoes off. On a similar topic, socks. Make sure you pack plenty of comfortable socks with thick soles that will help cushion your feet as you will be walking a lot on your trip and you don't want to end up with blisters or other problems on your feet while you're on vacation here. Also, make sure the socks that you have are good quality and not filled with holes. You will be judged for having holes in your socks. You can't use the foreigner card on this one. Also, do try to mind your manners. I will be making another video talking about the etiquette of Japan, at least the important bits for us foreign travelers. So be sure to keep your eye out for that one and put your best foot forward, as you are not only representing yourself but the rest of us whenever you go abroad. Next is money. This definitely falls into the etiquette of being a tourist in Japan. Don't bring your trifold or bifold wallets when visiting Japan. Take the time to find a good flat wallet to take with you on your trip. This is on here because Japan is still a cash-based society. You will be able to use your credit or debit card at major restaurants or hotel chains in the cities, but most places still take only cash. I suspect most mornings you'll be going to your nearest 7-Eleven to withdraw the money that you're going to use that day, because they do have ATMs that work with foreign debit cards, and from my quick little research, they have the cheapest fees, but more on that another time. Now, the Japanese people treat most objects with utmost respect. Money is definitely viewed very highly because they spend their time and effort trying to make this. So they give every bill and every coin the utmost respect. They don't fold their bills and all their wallets there keep them lying flat. So do not stand out and potentially look disrespectful. Have a flat wallet when you visit Japan. Trust me, I had gotten some looks from people when I pulled a 10,000 yen note out of my bifold wallet and they gasped at the crease that was now in the note. Just avoid this, you guys. Also, with the money, you're going to be getting a lot of coins back as change. Have a small bag or dedicated coin purse handy as you'll need it. I didn't have one of these on my first trip and I ended up with a pocket full of change in just a few days. I was embarrassed putting about 6 dozen coins into each bin at each security checkpoint on my way home. My last tip for this video is deodorant. Bring what you need and then some. The Japanese deodorant doesn't work as well as the deodorants that we have here in America. It's designed for the Japanese body and is also harder to find and is very expensive. Don't mess around and find out with this one, guys. Pack what works for you and bring extras. Just to be safe, I had packed one brand new stick of deodorant in every one of my check bags and my carry-on in case my bags were lost. You can't be too careful now. So this is where I'm going to end it here for today, guys. There are a lot more travel tips I have, along with a much more in-depth look at what to pack when traveling to Japan. Keep your eye out for those videos. Also, do you have any travel tips for going to Japan? Please let us know as a comment down below. Let's get a discussion going. One of my goals for this channel was to make a great community that helps one another. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well and have an amazing day. Take care and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.